it's Samantha from Scrapmaster's Paradise, and today I'm continuing on with the Organize Your Scrap Space mini-series. Today I want to talk about stamped images and kind of my Copic coloring process. I tend to like to color my images at a totally separate time from when I am working on a project. I'll be like in the living room coloring, on the couch, sitting there, or sometimes even like snuggled up in bed. I will have my Copic sitting next to me and I'll color. So I've got a different process from your typical, you just stamp an image, color it, and then finish your project. So I have a whole separate way of doing it. I have lots of images stamped or printed out, and I color whatever I feel like coloring. When my coloring mood strikes, I just get all nice and cozy wherever I want to sit or snuggle up, and I go to town just coloring up some images. So that leaves me with images that are colored and not put on cards, or just images that are stamped or printed out. So I have a solution for how to organize these. Before, I was just putting them in this little file folder and having this slid in with my paper storage next to my desk. So I've got some wood grain paper in here, some other images, and some numbers of what I've colored so far. So I've had this, and it just wasn't working for me because some of the images would be small and cut out and just laying around in this folder, and it would get kind of thick at the bottom. It would sit kind of weird on my shelf. So I still have this because I'm still going through this and organizing the rest of the stuff out of there, but I came up with what I feel is a pretty good solution for my images. So what I did was I went ahead and cut them all, just single images on a piece of paper like so. So there's just one image to a piece, and they're all in 4 by 4 inch squares or smaller. And I found these bins at Target, and they were pretty reasonably priced. They're actually in the kids storage section. They're just pink and chevron. I thought they were super cute, and you know my room's pink, so they match my room, and they just snap together. I think they were $3.99. I got a few of these because I want to store my Project Life stuff in this coming up, and I'll talk more about Project Life coming up. That's one of my goals for next year, is to get involved with that. So anyway, I got these containers for Project Life, but I ended up using one already. So 4 of these containers I think will fit in my Expedit Cube sections. So I got 4 of these, but I can always go back and get more. So they just snap apart, and I just really liked the way the lids worked, and I love the chevron. So for this one, I just left the lid off because the images kind of stick up here, and I stuck my mug in here. This mug just holds some of my most used tools. Oh, oops, it slides down, and it keeps all of these images from sliding. So for right now, what I have done is I just have all the images in here, and I can flip through and find the one I want, but I'm working on making divider tabs and having little tabs sticking up with categories. Like I could do spring, Christmas, or winter, or cute critters, because there's lots of different critters, people, other images, so that could be under Christmas or people. So I can just sort them like that, so when I want to color a specific thing, or I know certain projects are coming up, I can go through that section, and I'll have these little tabs there to help organize it. So I plan on just taking this downstairs with me and sitting on the couch and kind of sorting through these and getting them in different categories. Just one night, maybe this week or this weekend, I can work on that. Whenever we're watching TV or anything, I like to keep busy. I don't like just sitting there zoning out. Usually I'll be doing something here and there, either coloring or organizing something or working on a to-do list. My mind seems to always stay busy. When I have this all organized, I think it's going to be on my little cart that I got from IKEA, and I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Raskog. I don't know. I could be saying that completely wrong. So I got this, and in my mug I got my most used tools, like I said. So I've got my cutter bee scissors, some liquid adhesive, my X-Acto blade, a pen, actually 2 pins just in case I need to make notes. That's good for writing down my Copic colors and planning out projects. I got my hole punch and my spatula for my silhouette machine and a white gel pen. So these are just some things that I grab for most often. So it's nice to have all this stuff within reach, and it's nice that I can just carry this downstairs with me with my Copics and start coloring. So I really like this way much better than my file folder way. It'll keep them nice and organized, and they're already cut down so that it's easy to color them. When I have a page like this to sit and color, it's hard for me to like turn the page and get it right. I like to have them cut anyway, so it'll just speed up the process for me to color things. Like I said, I'm still working on this, but I think it'll work really nicely. And I find that if I don't just color one image at a time right as I need it, I end up coloring more often. I can squeeze some coloring in, like if I'm working on dinner and there's times between different steps or something's baking in the oven, I can sit there and color for 20 or 30 minutes. It gives me some opportunities to color, so I can just have this down there with me. Whereas I have to craft at my table, I can take this anywhere in the house with me and even out of the house. I tend to take my Copics with me on those rare occasions that I travel, but I don't travel very often now. I used to take them to college with me so I could color between classes. So I hope that helps you organize, and it might give you ideas for organizing other things. So that's all I've got for you today. Check out the blog post link down there, and I'll have a link to all of the other parts of this Organize Your Scrap Space mini-series. So you guys can go check out the previous segments if you missed those. So that's all I've got for you guys today. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, the newsletter, the blog, all that good stuff. So thanks so much for watching. Bye.